Hello, 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 and welcome to Emotional Response. This is Life Coaching with Ink. How are you doing tonight? This is Emotional Response Podcast, and we're in the series of love. I'm always excited to join y'all, mainly because we're growing together, we're learning together, we're diving in topics in ways that we would have never have done before. And you can only walk away being a better person to yourself, number one, better person to your family, better person to your loved one, better person to your kids, better person to your staff, your employees, people in your career. You grow, you evolve, you become a better person, you become more effective. And podcast is a platform that educates people without picking up a book. And people vocalize their expertise on some podcasts. Some podcasts, they vocalize their experiences. However, you walk away becoming better. At least on this podcast, I know for certain. And there's many others I can affirm that you can grow better with. So, we're joining tonight covering the series on love. Tonight, I want to dive into knowing the difference between love versus infatuation. And we could blur the lines and we can convince ourselves one is the other or the other is not one. However, there's a clear distinction between the two. Now, this is going under what I started on Tuesday, which is what is love. And I have to dive into what is love versus infatuation so we don't walk blurred lines and mislabel things. Next week, I will be talking about the different realms of love, from unconditional to storge love, love for your kids, romantic love, eros, the different realms of love. And it's important we know that as well and understand it clearly. And then on Thursday, I am closing out the love with love languages and how we communicate our love. It's a book on it, and it blessed my life, and I know it could bless many other people's lives. And I will share with you the 4 languages of love. But right now, we're talking about love versus infatuation. And when we understand love versus infatuation, we understand what happens when we first initially meet someone. You can connect with someone in such a way that the connection could be so strong that you blur the lines and say it must be love. But love literally stands the test of time. Excuse me, my allergies. With this weather going up and down, my allergies is going up and down. Let me just say this before I go forward. The difference between infatuation versus love is that infatuation is short-lived passion for someone, whereas though love is a deep affection for someone that lasts the test of time. Love is that raincoat that weathers a rainy storm and still has you come out dry. It still remains what it is, and it covers you and protects you. That's what love is. Infatuation is an awesome feeling. Let me add that before people tear it down and look at it in a negative way. It's an awesome feeling to have an infatuation with someone. You can go on a date with someone and the chemistry could be so right that you want that moment for the rest of your life. Literally. That feeling, that spark. You want it there consistently. And nothing wrong with it. You just have to label it correctly and not misjudge the moment and call it love. And I know you heard the phrase definitely in hip hop or just in general, I wish that I could have this moment for life. That's that infatuated moment. That moment where everything is bubbly. Everything just feels right. That at that moment, that person is perfect. They are perfect. You don't see anything outside of goodness when you look at them. And being infatuated with someone can start a rippling effect of behaviors. You want to talk to them all the time. You want to be around them all the time. You're not really concerned about what they want. It's more so what you want out of the feeling because you're infatuated. You're trying to seize the moment and keep it there. It's like pushing the pause button on life and saying, I just want to stay right there. That moment where y'all look in each other's eyes. And there is no fairy tale in life, but there are moments in life where infatuation is so strong. It's like the song that came out years ago, and I'm dating as far back further than our parents. It's like cloud number 9, that song. It's like I'm on cloud number 9. Like you feel like you're floating. You know, nothing matters at that moment but that person. And that moment is good. That moment is good. And there's nothing wrong with it. But label it correctly. You see a girl and you're attracted to her, or see a guy and you're attracted to him. And then you start hanging out with her and the chemistry just feels so perfect. Everything just seems so right. That's not love. Love is over a course, a period of time, a series of events. Love is, and I say it like that because love is a heavy, heavy word that you can't just dangle in the air and just label it when it's not. Love is something that is said and expressed with value. That you estimate a moment in time that after all that has occurred, after the things that were said, you still love this person. That's what love is. And when you realize that, you think different. And you don't use that word unless it's really necessary. Love is something that when you're in a romantic relationship, you really won't know until you go through things with that person. That you can conclude, I really must love this person because of X, Y, and Z. Or I really must love this person because of A, B, and C. And even love is a beautiful experience. It's a more grounded, seasoned word that even when relationships don't work out, you continually love that person. And I have to put that disclaimer up. Just because love is the stage that you have been brought to in a relationship, it does not necessarily mean the relationship will last forever. You could walk away and still love that person. You could close out the relationship and still love them. Infatuation? Has a lot of times been called love. And some people don't realize it, that it wasn't love until they walk away from the connection. And you can go through the stage of infatuation with anyone. But love is something weathered. It's something weathered. You might estimate you really might love this person. Signs that it looks like infatuation. The person in that moment is just perfect to you. There's nothing wrong with them. Infatuation, you're so concerned about what you want out of the connection. You're really not concerned about what they want. It's not mutual. Infatuation, you're really not concerned with the laws of reciprocation. You just want to keep that moment going. Love is after you go through some conflict with an individual, you still respect and honor their existence and appreciate their presence in your life, so much so that you have a deep affection for them, which is love. I love you. I love you as a person. I love your whole being. I love your creation. Love is after you've seen the most ugly part of a person, you still remain there and still look with eyes of deep affection. That's love. It's not something that you'll find on any corner. And I say corner, not literally, but I'm seeing it more so. It's not something that you'll find as common as a mailbox.